So with very little coming out of Hollywood these days, in light of the circumstances we are all dealing with, it's nice to get a piece of news every once in a while from a publication like Deadline about maybe one of our favorite comic book characters. It seems that the director, Matt Reeves, who is directing The Batman, has gotten through about 25% of the film. He also has a few other items in this article that I won't go into, but at least there's some good news on the horizon. So let's take a look. In an article last night that appeared on Deadline, Matt Reeves talks at length about the movie The Batman, amongst other things, including his Netflix series that is currently available to watch. But we'll focus today on the Batman element of this article, and I will read directly. Matt Reeves is in London right now, safely waiting until production on his highly anticipated Warner Brothers feature, The Batman, can resume after closing down for 4 weeks because of the current thing we're dealing with. Like many filmmakers and content creators taking cover, it's a good time to hit pause, assess, and even develop. We're not officially editing right now, says Reeves, providing an update to Deadline. We've actually shot a quarter of the movie, and I have been pouring through dailies, looking at the takes, and what's to come. When the Batman flies again before the cameras is anybody's guess, but such a fate for a number of films taking safety from the thing we're dealing with. When production stopped on March 14th for Robert Pattinson's Gotham Crusader movie, filming was expected to segue from London to Liverpool. Whether Batman would ultimately need to completely relocate outside of the UK to a safer enclave in the world, Reeves says, "It's way too early to say. I can't imagine we wouldn't finish in London. The situation is fluid." Whether the Batman riffs off Frank Miller's Batman Year One, one of Reeves' favorite comics, or feature the Flying Graysons, Robin's family, Reeves laughs. I can't give you the answers to any of that. Many of Reeves' Batman will pay homage to Batman Year One, given hints he's dropped on Twitter. What we know story-wise about the current iteration: Colin Farrell stars as the Penguin, Paul Dano as the Riddler, Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman. The pick isn't an origin story, rather it's about Bruce Wayne trying to find his footing on becoming a genius detective. Reeves told me at TCA Summer 2018 that the pick, which he was writing then, was noir-driven, in which Batman is investigating a particular case that takes us into the world of Gotham. As he's diving into dailies, Reeves says he has no plans to rewrite anything that he's already written. It took me 2 years to work on that story, and it's very specific mystery noir that's been really thought out by me and my partners. However, what the downtime from filming allows Reeves to reconsider is the tone of things. It happens anytime you shoot anything, the unexpected happy accidents and the things you didn't quite expect. That is the lightning in a bottle for something that is alive. I would say the changes really have to do with, see the tone of this? With these scenes we haven't done, which connect to that part of the storyline. It feels like there might be an opportunity to explore some of that unexpected tone that we found. With these movies, you never have enough prep time because they're so complex and so enormous in so many ways. It also gives me a moment to think about the larger sequences that have yet to come up and how I want to realize those, Reeves adds. And we continue on with a somber note about the production. The production suffered a great loss, and that was esteemed dialect coach Andrew Jack, who died after developing the thing we can't talk about in the wake of Batman's stoppage. He was a lovely and special person, and it's one of those things where it makes you reprioritize and realize how fragile everything is. I'm tremendously focused on the movie, and of course it's nice to be able to stop, but the real thing I've been thinking about is the state the world is in, and hoping that everyone is going to be okay, and that everyone is going to social distance and do everything to be safe because it's a very scary time, the filmmaker reflects. And of course, that's a sad thing. Losing a member of your cast to something like this. I'm sure there's plenty of productions that have lost or are losing people currently, and it's terrible. Again, this story from Deadline hit last night on April 9th. It is a pretty decent story. It goes on to talk about the Tales from the Loop and Netflix's Slate, all the stuff that he's involved in. So it's a good read, but the important stuff is the Batman stuff, so we had to get to that first. I'm really excited about Batman. I think, despite some of the visuals that don't quite line up for me with the suit and with Pattinson so far, I think we'll get kind of a flavor of his range when we see the movie Tenet, which is due out here shortly. Of course, shortly is an operative term nowadays because we don't know when anything's coming out. But that movie looks like it'll be amazing. So we'll have to see. Otherwise, some of the stuff I've seen, some of the stunts, some of the elements that people were able to catch a glimpse of, I like it. It seems kind of gritty. I really wish the Batmobile was a little more Batmobile and not so much Charger. But hey, who's to say? We'll see what actually happens. Anyway, let me know what you think. Hit all the things, do all the things. Take very good care of yourself. Stay healthy. Have a wonderful day. Wash your hands. And I'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for visiting today. Be sure you're subscribed and hit that for alerts.
Yay!
Of course, like and share all of the videos that you can as it helps with the algorithm. Have a great day.